Do you tend to see the glass as half full or half empty?
That's an interesting question. I try to be optimistic and see the glass as half full. It helps me stay positive and hopeful.
That's a great attitude. Being optimistic can enhance your overall well-being. How do you maintain that positive outlook?
I remind myself to focus on the good aspects of situations and find silver linings even in challenging times. It takes practice, but it's worth it.
Absolutely. It's about finding gratitude in small things and not dwelling on negativity. Being optimistic can be contagious too, spreading positivity to others.
You're right. A positive outlook can inspire others and create a more pleasant atmosphere around us.
On the other hand, do you ever find yourself slipping into pessimism? And if so, how do you handle it?
Yes, occasionally, especially when faced with significant challenges. When that happens, I try to reframe my thoughts and focus on potential solutions.
Reframing is an effective technique. It helps shift our perspective and prevents us from getting trapped in negative thinking patterns.
Exactly. Pessimism can be draining, but with conscious effort, we can overcome it and regain our optimistic outlook.
I agree. I believe optimism can lead to better problem solving and a more proactive approach to challenges.
That's true. When we believe in positive outcomes, we're more motivated to take action and find solutions.
Optimism also contributes to resilience. It helps us bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward.
You're right. It's like having a strong mental armor that protects us during tough times.
Precisely. And what about you? Are you more inclined towards optimism or pessimism?
I try to be optimistic, but at times, my mind leans towards pessimism. I'm working on maintaining a positive outlook consistently.
That's completely normal. It's about being aware of those tendencies and actively working to cultivate optimism.
True. Sometimes, external factors can influence our perspective. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can help maintain optimism.
Surroundings play a significant role. Positive friends and uplifting environments can reinforce our optimistic mindset.
On that note, do you consider yourself an optimist, or do you tend to see the glass as half empty?
I consider myself an optimist. I always try to look for the bright side of things, even in challenging situations.
That's wonderful. Optimism is a valuable trait that can bring more joy and fulfillment to our lives.
I believe so too. It keeps me hopeful and motivated to pursue my goals and dreams.
Optimism is contagious, you know? Your positive outlook can inspire others around you.
I hope so. Spreading positivity is one of the best things we can do for ourselves and others.
Absolutely. It creates a ripple effect of optimism, making the world a brighter place.
On the other hand, do you encounter pessimism in your daily life? How do you handle pessimistic thoughts or people?
Yes, I do encounter pessimism, especially in certain situations or conversations. To handle it, I try to be empathetic and offer a different perspective.
Empathy is crucial. It allows us to understand others' viewpoints without necessarily adopting their negative outlook.
Exactly. Sometimes, people just need someone to listen and validate their feelings, even if we don't agree with them.
True. By being empathetic, we can create a supportive and understanding environment for everyone.
And perhaps, by being optimistic ourselves, we can inspire others to see things from a more positive angle.
That's very true. Our actions and attitudes can influence those around us in powerful ways.
Optimism and pessimism are like two sides of the same coin. It's up to us to choose how we want to perceive the world.
When you go shopping, what kind of shopper are you? Are you impulsive?
Sometimes, I can't resist impulsive buying, but I also enjoy hunting for bargains to save money.
Oh, that's interesting. Impulsive buying can be exciting, but it may lead to overspending. How do you control it?
I try to set a budget before going shopping, and I stick to it as much as possible. It helps me avoid impulsive splurges.
Setting a budget is a wise strategy. I'm more of a bargain hunter myself. I love searching for deals and discounts.
Bargain hunting is a smart approach. It allows you to get quality products without breaking the bank. Any tips for finding great bargains?
Sure. I always keep an eye on sales, use coupon apps, and sign up for newsletters to get exclusive discounts. It's quite rewarding.
Those are great tips. I'll try using coupon apps and subscribing to newsletters. It sounds like a practical way to save money.
Absolutely. It's worth the effort. Plus, I compare prices online before making a purchase to ensure I get the best deal.
Comparing prices is essential. It ensures we don't overspend on something we could find at a lower price elsewhere.
Exactly. And being a bargain hunter also adds a sense of achievement when you find excellent deals.
I can see that. It's like a little victory when you score a great bargain. I should definitely give it a try.
You should. It's fun and financially rewarding. But, do you think being an impulsive shopper has any advantages?
I guess being impulsive sometimes can bring unexpected joys. It's like treating yourself spontaneously to something you desire.
True, it can be rewarding in the moment. However, it's essential to strike a balance between impulsive and responsible buying.
I agree. We need to find a middle ground to enjoy shopping without regretting our choices later.
Precisely. Impulsive buying might lead to accumulating things we don't really need, cluttering our living space.
You're right. It's essential to be mindful of what we purchase. Decluttering later can be time-consuming and wasteful.
That's why I prefer being a bargain hunter. It helps me make more intentional purchases and avoid clutter.
It sounds like being a bargain hunter aligns well with being mindful and avoiding unnecessary expenses.
Absolutely. And another benefit of bargain hunting is that it allows me to save money for other things I value.
That's a significant advantage. The money saved could be used for experiences or investing in things that truly matter.
Yes, experiences are more memorable and valuable in the long run than impulsive material purchases.
You've got a point there. I think I need to shift my shopping habits more towards being a bargain hunter.
It's worth a try. You'll see the positive impact it can have on your finances and overall shopping satisfaction.
I'll definitely give it a shot. By the way, do you plan your shopping trips, or do you go whenever you feel like it?
I usually plan my shopping trips, especially when I have specific items in mind. It helps me stay focused and avoid unnecessary spending.
Planning makes sense, especially when you have a clear goal. It saves time and prevents distractions.
Exactly. Plus, I make a list of things I need, so I don't forget anything and don't get tempted by irrelevant items.
That's a smart approach. Lists can keep us on track and ensure we prioritize what's truly important.
It's a habit I developed over time. It might take a little effort initially, but it's rewarding in the long run.
I can see how it can be beneficial. I'll try making a shopping list next time to see how it works for me.
Have you come across the quote, "All happy families resemble one another, every unhappy family is unhappy in its own fashion"? It's intriguing. What are your thoughts on it?
Indeed, it's thought-provoking. I believe happy families share common traits like love, communication, and support. But unhappiness can stem from various unique issues within each family.
That's true. Happy families likely have strong bonds and open communication, creating a positive atmosphere. On the other hand, unhappiness might arise from unresolved conflicts or lack of understanding.
Absolutely. Happy families might have similar values and priorities, leading to harmony. Unhappiness, however, can result from differences in beliefs, expectations, or conflicts that arise and remain unresolved.
You're right. Happy families probably have healthy coping mechanisms and mutual respect. Unhappiness might manifest through negative patterns and struggles to handle challenges effectively.
Yes, happy families likely prioritize each other's well-being and support one another. Unhappiness may arise when there's a lack of empathy and emotional distance between family members.
Empathy plays a crucial role in fostering happiness. A strong support system within happy families helps them navigate through life's ups and downs. Unhappiness might result from a lack of support.
Support is vital in tough times. Happy families likely create positive memories together, strengthening their bond. Conversely, unhappy families might carry negative memories that impact their dynamics.
Negative memories can indeed leave lasting effects. In happy families, conflicts might be addressed constructively, fostering growth. Unhappy families might struggle to communicate and resolve issues effectively.
Communication is key. Happy families might celebrate each other's achievements, fostering a sense of pride and confidence. Unhappiness could stem from feelings of inadequacy or lack of recognition.
Recognition and appreciation are essential for a positive family environment. Happy families probably have a healthy balance of personal space and time spent together. Unhappiness might arise from imbalance.
True, finding a balance is crucial. Happy families likely express love and affection freely, creating emotional security. In contrast, unhappiness might be a result of emotional distance or neglect.
Emotional security is vital for happiness. Happy families likely prioritize spending quality time together, nurturing their relationships. Unhappiness could stem from isolation or lack of bonding experiences.
Quality time strengthens connections. Happy families probably have shared goals and dreams, encouraging cooperation. Unhappiness might result from conflicting ambitions or lack of shared vision.
Shared goals create unity. Happy families likely practice forgiveness and learn from mistakes. Unhappiness might be fueled by grudges and the inability to let go of past hurts.
Forgiveness is liberating. Happy families likely have a sense of humor, finding joy in laughter. Unhappiness could be related to a lack of light-heartedness and the ability to find humor in life.
Laughter brings joy to families. In happy families, conflicts might be resolved through compromise and understanding. Unhappiness might arise from stubbornness and an unwillingness to find middle ground.
Compromise fosters harmony. Happy families likely show appreciation for each other's uniqueness, embracing diversity. Unhappiness might come from judgment and an inability to accept differences.
Acceptance is essential for a peaceful family life. Happy families likely create a safe space for open expression of feelings. Unhappiness might be a result of suppressed emotions and unaddressed concerns.
Open expression fosters emotional well-being. Happy families share common qualities like love, communication, and support. In contrast, unhappiness arises from unique challenges and unmet needs.
That sums it up well. Understanding these dynamics can help us nurture happiness within our families and work towards resolving issues that hinder our path to a harmonious and content life.
In what ways are you self-disciplined?
Self-discipline is crucial for personal growth. I'm disciplined in managing my time, sticking to routines, and resisting temptations that hinder my goals.
That's impressive. Time management is essential for productivity. How do you ensure you use your time effectively?
I plan my days ahead, setting clear goals and prioritizing tasks. I avoid distractions like social media during work hours, which helps me stay focused.
That's a smart approach. I struggle with time management sometimes, especially with so many distractions around. Any tips for improving it?
One tip is to break tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Also, allocate specific time blocks for each task and take short breaks to stay refreshed.
I'll try that technique. Breaking tasks into smaller parts might make them feel less overwhelming. Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome. It's a technique that has worked well for me. Now, tell me, how do you maintain discipline in sticking to routines?
I find it challenging to stick to routines. I often start strong but lose motivation along the way. Any suggestions to stay disciplined?
I understand, it can be tough. To stay disciplined, I create realistic routines that allow some flexibility. Rewarding myself for following the routine also helps.
Rewarding progress sounds like a great idea. It could keep me motivated to continue and build self-discipline over time.
Exactly. Celebrating small wins encourages consistency. It's essential to be kind to ourselves when trying to develop new habits.
I'll definitely give it a try. By the way, do you face any temptations that challenge your self-discipline?
Oh, yes. Junk food is a weakness for me. To resist temptation, I limit buying unhealthy snacks and replace them with healthier alternatives.
Junk food is tempting for many of us. Substituting with healthier options is a smart move. I should try that too.
It takes practice, but it's worth it. Developing self-discipline in one area can positively impact other aspects of life.
That's true. Once we master self-discipline in one area, it becomes easier to apply it elsewhere. I see the interconnectedness now.
Absolutely. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes in different aspects of life.
I'll work on strengthening that muscle then. It will help me achieve my goals and improve my overall well-being.
That's the spirit. And remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress and continuous improvement.
You're right. We shouldn't be too hard on ourselves if we stumble along the way. Each step forward counts.
Exactly. It's all about consistency and perseverance. Developing self-discipline is a journey, and we learn as we go.
I'm feeling more motivated now. Your insights are enlightening. Can you share an example of how self-discipline impacted your life?
Sure. Self-discipline helped me adopt a regular exercise routine. Initially, it was challenging, but with time, it became a habit I enjoy.
That's inspiring. I've been meaning to start exercising regularly. Your success story encourages me to take that first step.
I'm glad to hear that. Remember, start small and be consistent. Over time, it will become a positive habit you won't want to break.
I'll keep that in mind. Your self-discipline journey gives me hope for my own goals. Thanks for sharing your experience.
You're welcome. It's always helpful to share experiences and support each other in our self-discipline endeavors.
Absolutely. Learning from others' experiences is valuable. Thank you for being so open and encouraging.
It's my pleasure. Self-discipline is a continuous process, and we all have our struggles. Let's support each other on this journey.
Agreed. Together, we can achieve our goals and become more self-disciplined in various aspects of our lives.
Exactly. Let's stay focused, stay strong, and celebrate every step forward. Here's to our self-discipline journey.
Do you consider eating a chore, duty, or a pleasure? For me, it's a pleasure, as I enjoy exploring new cuisines and savoring different flavors.
I'm with you on that. Eating is definitely a pleasure for me too. Trying out various dishes and experiencing the culinary diversity brings me joy.
It's wonderful how food can be an adventure in itself. Every meal can be a new experience, and I love discovering unique tastes.
Absolutely. Food connects us to different cultures and traditions. It's like a gateway to understanding the world through our taste buds.
Well said. And the act of sharing a meal with loved ones further enhances the pleasure of eating. It's a time for bonding and creating memories.
I completely agree. Sharing a meal is an opportunity to connect with family and friends, to catch up, and to strengthen our relationships.
It's a special moment when we can put aside our busy lives and come together over a delicious meal. The joy is not just in the food but also in the company.
That's true. Food has a way of bringing people together and fostering a sense of community. It's a time for laughter, stories, and a feeling of togetherness.
And it's not just about the taste, the ambience plays a role too. Dining in a cozy restaurant or having a picnic in nature can enhance the pleasure of eating.
Absolutely. The setting can elevate the entire dining experience. Even at home, setting the table nicely can turn a regular meal into something special.
I couldn't agree more. It's the little details that add to the pleasure of eating. Sometimes, even a beautifully arranged plate can make the food more appetizing.
Presentation matters, indeed. And the act of cooking can also be enjoyable. Trying out new recipes and creating something delicious from scratch is rewarding.
Cooking can be a creative and fulfilling process. It's like an art form, and the satisfaction of seeing others enjoy your culinary creations is priceless.
I find joy in experimenting with flavors and ingredients. It's like a culinary adventure in my own kitchen.
That adventurous spirit in the kitchen can lead to delightful surprises. And when the dish turns out perfect, the feeling of accomplishment is unbeatable.
Absolutely. On the other hand, some people view eating as a chore or a duty, perhaps due to busy schedules or lack of interest in cooking.
That's true. With the fast-paced modern lifestyle, some may consider eating just a means to refuel and keep going.
It's unfortunate when eating becomes merely a necessity. Food has so much to offer in terms of pleasure and enjoyment.
Indeed, it's a missed opportunity to savor the richness of life. Cultivating an appreciation for good food can add joy to our daily routines.
I agree completely. It's about being mindful and present during meals, not just consuming food mechanically.
Mindful eating allows us to truly appreciate the flavors and textures, making the experience much more enjoyable.
And it also helps in maintaining a healthy relationship with food. When we savor what we eat, we are more likely to make healthier choices.
That's true. Eating mindfully can prevent overeating and encourage us to listen to our body's signals.
It's about finding a balance between pleasure and nourishment. When we see eating as a pleasure, we can still make conscious choices for our well-being.
Absolutely. Pleasure and nourishment can go hand in hand. Enjoying our meals can lead to a happier and healthier lifestyle.
And it can even inspire us to try out new ingredients and cooking techniques, adding more variety and excitement to our diet.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Exploring different cuisines and flavors keeps eating interesting and enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more. So, let's embrace the pleasure of eating, savor every bite, and celebrate the richness of culinary experiences.
I stumbled upon an interesting proverb today: habits are first cobwebs, then cables. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, that sounds intriguing. It suggests that habits begin as delicate cobwebs, but over time, they become strong cables that are challenging to break. It's thought-provoking, don't you think?
Absolutely. It implies that seemingly harmless habits can grow powerful and influence our lives significantly. We might not notice their impact until they become difficult to change.
True, it's like the small, insignificant actions we repeat daily can accumulate and form strong behavioral patterns. Breaking free from them might require much effort.
Precisely. I guess the proverb warns us to be cautious about our routines. The small habits we ignore can eventually shape our character and dictate our actions.
You're right. It reminds me of my morning routine. Initially, I skipped workouts occasionally, but now, it's challenging to skip even a single day.
That's a perfect example. It illustrates how a simple habit of exercising turned into an unbreakable cable in your life. Such habits can be both positive and negative.
Indeed. For instance, people might start smoking casually, thinking it's harmless, but eventually, it becomes a cable that's extremely tough to cut loose.
Absolutely. I've seen friends who struggle to quit smoking due to the cables formed by their habit. This proverb urges us to be mindful of our choices.
Right. Awareness is essential. We should identify the cobwebs before they turn into cables. But how do we prevent that transformation?
One way is to reflect regularly on our actions and their consequences. By understanding the implications, we can consciously choose which habits to develop.
That's a good point. Also, having a support system can be beneficial. Friends and family can help us recognize any negative habits we might overlook.
You're spot on. Supportive friends can help us stay accountable and make positive changes. It's crucial to surround ourselves with people who inspire us.
Indeed. Additionally, developing strong willpower and self-discipline can prevent cobwebs from turning into cables. It's about taking charge of our actions.
Absolutely. It's easier to handle cobwebs than cables, so building self-discipline helps us control our habits before they get too powerful.
This proverb also reminds me of procrastination. Initially, delaying tasks might seem harmless, but it can lead to significant consequences later on.
You're right. Procrastination is a cobweb that can quickly turn into a cable of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential.
So true. It's better to tackle tasks promptly to prevent them from becoming overwhelming cables. I'll definitely be more mindful of my procrastination tendencies.
That's a great commitment. Being aware and taking action will undoubtedly help you break free from those potential cables.
Thanks. This proverb can also be applied to relationships. Small issues left unaddressed can grow into significant problems over time.
Absolutely. Communication and addressing concerns early on are vital in maintaining healthy relationships. It prevents minor misunderstandings from becoming insurmountable issues.
It's like untangling a cobweb before it binds both partners in a cable of resentment and hurt. Open and honest communication is key.
Exactly. Habits within relationships, like expressing appreciation and being attentive, should be nurtured, as they can strengthen the bond over time.
And on the flip side, negative habits like dishonesty or neglect can become destructive cables. We must be vigilant in cultivating positive habits.
Well said. It's fascinating how this proverb can be applied to various aspects of life. It serves as a valuable reminder to be mindful in everything we do.
Definitely. It's a profound proverb that encourages self-awareness and emphasizes the importance of cultivating positive habits while breaking free from negative ones.